Hey guys, it's Will Kriske here. I want to talk a little bit about jazzing up your blues. If you're a rock player and you're used to the 12-bar blues with basically a 1-4-5 progression, I'm just going to show you how to jazz it up a bit by adding some dominant chords and a few extra chords to the progression. So if we have a typical blues, B flat, E flat, B flat, F, 5 chord, 4 chord, E flat, B flat, and then the F chord is the 5 chord. Then we just repeat the loop again. So there's a lot of space there to start adding chords and to jazz it up. So I'm going to play you a very simple version of jazz blues. You can take it to the extreme with tons of chords and all sorts of things, but I just want to give you a little basic taste if you're not used to playing jazz or anything like that. And we're going to stick to a 3-note chord, dominant chord or minor 7 chord. Very simple voicings. The other thing is that I use my fingers. If you're used to playing with a pick, you'll be playing the bass note with your pick, and in 2 other fingers, say your middle and your ring finger. So if you practice hitting the 2 middle strings, G and D string, at the same time you pick, something like that, or also your pick in the B and G string. Something like that, okay? I'll play you a little example. This is a B flat blues, a jazz version. Okay, so you notice there's a bit more chords, and essentially it's near the end of the tune as a turnaround. I want to talk about the chords first of all. The B flat 7 chord, you're going to play, these are just shapes you can remember, but you're going to play the B flat on the 6th fret here, and then you're going to play the A flat right underneath it, 6th fret, 4th string, D string, and you're going to add the D, so that's 7th fret, G string. You can play it with your 1st, 2nd, and 4th finger, so this 3rd finger is not used, or your 1st, 2nd, and 3rd finger, or your 1st, 3rd, and 4th finger. So you've got some options there. Now that shape can be moved along the fretboard to play other dominant chords. For example, if I go down to the 3rd fret, that's a G7 chord. So it's root, minor 7, and the major 3rd. We're just going to stick to a simple shape that you can move around just to get you started. Okay, so if we're on the 5th string, doing the E flat, so that's the 4 chord, it's a little bit different shape because of the way the strings are tuned, but you're going to play 6th fret, E flat, 5th string, the D flat on the 6th fret of the 3rd string, and then you're going to play the G, 8th fret. I'll have diagrams for this, you can check it out. Okay, so that's the 8th fret on the 2nd string. That's your E flat 7 chord, and then back to the B. And then what I do is I hit the E flat 7, and I just change the E flat to an E on the 7th fret, keeping the rest of the same. So that's an E flat 7, E flat 7, flat 9 chord, or or some people call it E diminished. And then you go back to the B flat, down to the G, same shape as the B flat chord, just slide it down to the G flat, to the G, I mean, third fret. Now we're going to do a C minor 7. Okay, so the G7 is the 6th chord in the key of B flat, but instead of it being normally a G minor 7, we're just making a G7. So if you don't understand the theory, don't worry about it too much. Just try to play this at first, and all we're doing is a 1, 6, 2, 5, which is the first chord in the key of B flat, the 6th chord in the key, and the 2 chord in the 5 chord. So, okay, now we're going to do the 2 chord, which is the C minor 7. And it's a similar idea from the E flat 7 chord here. 5th string, 3rd fret, C. Then we got the B flat, 3rd fret on the 3rd string, G string. And then the E flat on the 4th fret of the 2nd string. So it's, you know, just a difference. C7 chord, and then a C minor 7 chord. And then we're going to go to the F7. That's the 5 chord. So it's the same shape as the one we did. So you got your 1st fret, 6th string, 1st fret, 4th string, and then your A, 2nd fret, 3rd string. So these are just same exact chord to dominant 7 chord shape. So that's kind of nice. You just can move it up and down. And then we do the same thing. B flat, G, C. So 2 beats each instead of 4. So it's like. So I'm just playing 1 chord per beat. So that's it. So we just go. So we just start with the B flat, E flat, B flat, E flat, E flat 7, flat 9, G7, C minor 7, F7, and the same thing again. So that'll give you a good basis for starting with your jazz blues ideas. You can slide into notes. So if you're going, so from a half step below or above, and you can go chromatically down. So you approach it from a half step below, from above, below. So there you go. We're done there. So check the diagram. I'll do a tab and so you can see the chords. But just keep in mind that there's 2 or 3 shapes. So you got your dominant shape on the 6th string, you got a dominant shape on the 5th string, and then you've got a minor 7 shape on the 5th string. You could also figure it out on the 6th string as well. But those basic shapes and chords will get you going with a blues in a jazz style. So have fun with that. Let me know how you do. See you guys.